I can't afford to stop working yet. Wow. A lot of people probably think that. So let's talk about that today in the Jim Show. You have worked all your life, but you can't retire comfortably. Oh, comfortable. I guess I didn't spell that right. Shame on me. A lot of us are in the same point in our life. But please, don't panic. Let's face it, things happen beyond our control. Businesses downsize. We lose our job for no good reason. We have health issues, investments don't pan out, and life just happens. Please like, please subscribe, and please hit the bell icon so you will be notified when I release new videos. Let's get going. No matter your age, planning for and working towards retirement should be a priority. Sadly, a lot of folks, they aren't on the right route. I know, I'm in that same boat myself. Nearly half of American workers agreed with the statement, I don't have enough income to save for retirement. No, I'm not making enough to save for retirement. Minimum wage, $12 an hour, $15 an hour. It's just not cutting it these days. So, if you hope to retire someday, you need to be sure you can afford to do so. Let's talk about the 6 signs that you can't afford to retire. Can't. That's what this whole video is about. You have a high level of debt. Your spending exceeds your income. Your emergency fund is running low. You haven't reviewed your portfolio recently? Well, I don't have a portfolio. You lack adequate insurance, health insurance, and maybe life insurance. You don't have a social plan. What? Social media is not a plan? I'm on Facebook every day. Okay, let's just go over each one of these one at a time and see what's going to happen here. Okay, you have a high level of debt. Well, who doesn't? I think they say the average American now has something like $15,000 in credit card bills. Okay, but in an ideal world, you would retire debt-free, right? Of course, for a lot of individuals, that is not feasible. I mean, if you could just be debt-free, then you could definitely put more money towards different things. But having some debt, like a mortgage with potential tax benefits, isn't always a terrible thing. The problem rises when you still have a high level of debt. According to industry standards, your monthly mortgage cost, the principal, interest, insurance, and real estate taxes, shouldn't exceed 28% of your household's pre-tax income. Your total debt, which includes your mortgage, a vehicle loan, credit card debt, and other debts, shouldn't be higher than 36% of your pre-tax income. You're not prepared to retire if you are already battling to keep your debt below these percentages. Now, let's talk about your spending exceeds your income. Well, I've heard that before somewhere that, you got champagne taste but a beer budget. Heard that all my life. Okay, shopping might be good for the economy. Yeah, lining the other guy's pocket. But not so much for your bottom line. If you're currently spending more than you're earning, then you are not on track to retire. You could believe that while you're employed, you can always find a better paying job. Get that yearly bonus or even obtain a raise to make up for bad spending habits. These opportunities are not accessible once you retire. Well, the old adage, it's not how much you make, it's how much you spend. Or maybe you used to get that big tax return every year, But you know, once you retire and you just live off Social Security, you're not going to get big tax return. You're not going to get any, probably. You know, but that is why it's critical to control your spending right away by making and adhering to a budget. Oh, that's a bad word for most people. You can still buy, travel, and engage in hobbies while on a budget. You simply need to factor them in. You know, I talked about in my last video, people making six figures are still broke because they're spending everything they make. Your emergency fund is running low. Oh man, I didn't know I had an emergency fund. Even though you're no longer getting an income, unforeseen situations can still occur in retirement. A haphazard auto repair, maybe the transmission goes out and you need like $3,000. Maybe a refrigerator goes out and costs you, a couple thousand. A water heater goes out, it's going to cost you, probably $1,500 to $1,800, maybe $2,000. Or an unanticipated hospital expenditure can ruin a retirement plan and result in an unexpected cash shortage. Well, just a few years ago, I had double bypass heart surgery. It took us nearly a year to recover from that. And then I had COVID pneumonia back in May. We're going to be in debt for that. I don't know. Into next year sometime. Maybe longer than that. Retirees should have at least 1 full year's worth of expenses saved in a liquid and conservative form of investment such as a money market fund, short-term CD, or high-yield savings account. If you don't have that yet, you're not financially prepared for retirement. Even if you don't have it like that, you still should have 6 months to a year in the bank somewhere so that you can easily get when you have problems and you need to spend money. You haven't reviewed your portfolio. Well, like I said, I don't even have a portfolio, so I don't have anything to review. I mean, if you put your 401k on autopilot when you first started contributing and haven't really checked it since, I find it hard to believe that if you had a 401k, you probably check it, or you probably get a statement every 6 months or once a year or something. Most people are going to check it. They want to know what they've got. Taking on excess risk as you near retirement can be extremely hazardous, and your portfolio could take a major hit just as you're ready to call it quits. I mean, a lot of people lost a lot of money in their portfolios, this last couple of years because of COVID. I mean, now we're going into a recession, they say, and, things are getting tougher and tougher. The Fed keeps raising the rates, and now it's harder. Credit cards, my goodness, they're going up. Car loans, student loans, anything like that. So, anyway, it's important to make the most of what you have saved up throughout your retirement years. So as you near retirement, you should be shifting your portfolio away from strictly growth-oriented investments and focusing more towards a wealth preservation strategy. So the money you do have will last you for many, many years to come once you retire, along with your Social Security. You lack adequate insurance. Oh my goodness. Like I was saying, you're going to have health insurance. You have to have life insurance. In retirement, it's essential to have enough insurance coverage, particularly when it comes to health insurance. Medicare is an option for those over 65, but it's not free. And you're still going to have some kind of a supplement. That is for sure. You need both your Medicare and a supplement to cover all of your health care needs. Like I say, it's common for people to have supplemental insurance, and it's necessary to take prescription prices, into account as well. People have diabetes, all kinds of different ailments as they get older. They're still going to have those prescriptions before retirement and during retirement. And some people clear up till the day they die. But a person shouldn't retire if they haven't budgeted for their medical expenses. Medical expenses are probably going to be the biggest thing in your retirement. You don't have a social plan. Oh dear, I forgot to check Facebook today, or my Instagram. Oh wait, I forgot to do my TikTok dance for the day. Put that on. I got to get that on there, you know. That's just crazy what people do. But being prepared for retirement isn't just about the numbers. It's also about being mentally prepared. You might not be prepared to retire if your only friends are Facebook buddies and coworkers. It's critical to have a strategy in place for being social, to begin considering activities that will truly occupy your time. You know, think about starting a hobby, joining a group, becoming involved in the community, and establishing friends outside of work. Maybe if you don't go to church, you might want to go to a church and get involved. There's lots of people there. My wife and I have been going to church nearly 50 years that we've been going to church together. It's the best thing you can do for you and your family. Anyway, finally, the gal's all excited. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.